Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well this quarantine season. I'm staying at home and I hope you are too. So here's a little project that I'm going to share with you now. So this is my fabric. It's polycotton, black polycotton. Then I went on to one corner and then I marked about 5 inches. Then I went on to the other corner and marked 7 inches. And then I took my curved ruler and then I just drew a curve like that. And then I used my scissors to now cut that shape out. Then I also used my curved ruler to go on to the other edge, and then I drew that line and then I cut. So if you're not used to this, it can take a bit of getting used to. So the first thing that I did was to first practice this on a piece of newspaper before I went on to cut on my fabric. So that is exactly the shape that I want. And if you don't get a shape like this, you can just try to trim the sides to get a similar shape. Then I took some pins and then I just pinned the two fabrics together. And I only sewed on the edge just like that. After sewing, I just snipped on that corner to make sure that when I turn it inside out, it will be flat. And then I turned it inside out and then I pressed it flat with an iron. So at that point, the base of the necklace is basically done. And now I took my scrap fabrics, so just scraps of fabric that I had lying around, and then I would take a water glass and then I would just draw circles and then cut them out with my scissors. So I tried to have like a variety of colors. So there are all my circles all cut, and I used this binding to cover the raw edges and to also decorate the circles. So the first thing you need to do is to estimate how much of the binding you need per circle and then cut it out, and then you now start to fold the binding in half and just pull the edges to give it sort of like a circular, to make it circular. This makes it easy to sew it onto the little fabric circle. Then I just went on to the sewing machine and then I stitched the binding onto the little fabric circle. So that is it when it's done. So there are all my circles all stitched. Then now I was now sewing the little fabric circles onto the base of the necklace. And so I will just take you through the arrangements that I was doing. So first I put one, and then on the next row I put two, and I just went on adding until I got to the top. Now this was the last row, and this is just the arrangement that I did. And then I would just put them there right on the edge and just pin them down. So for this row, I did not sew it down like the others. Instead, I now took a piece of black ribbon. This ribbon is about 1 inch wide. And then, so if you don't have the ribbon, you can always cut a piece of bias binding from fabric that you already have. Then I started to put the ribbon covering all the raw edges, and I just used pegs to hold it down.
Told my boss that I'm done. Had no luck with my mom. Say, what will you do with your life? You know it's hard to survive. A cigar in my mouth. Maybe guilty but proud. Now I'm an outlaw on the run. Dangerous but it's so fun. Running, low. Hold on, don't let go.
So after holding down the binding, I now took a needle and thread, and then I did a tacking stitch before I went on to sew this on the sewing machine. So there I'd stitched the ribbon on. Then I went on to my ribbon, then I just cut the ends of the ribbon like that. Then I used matches to just seal the edges and melt the edges of the ribbon so that it does not fray. And at that point, the project, it was basically done. So I hope you guys are staying indoors and keeping yourself safe. I'm just gonna try to share with you more projects that you can do at home.